Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's art topic is art is hard, and that's okay. And I thought this would be a relevant topic, especially after the week I had 2 weeks ago, where I tried to create art, I tried to produce something, even tried to make a video, and I just felt like nothing was really working, and so in the end I just had to take a break. But yeah, I think a lot of us as artists, we can fall into comparison to other artists, comparison to like a particular style, or it could just be that we get stuck striving after progress, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve, but I definitely think there are healthier ways of going about it. So I actually want to talk about a story from my uni days. So back when I was in uni, that was around the time when I first started learning to paint. I would find all sorts of new artists, all sorts of new people to learn from. I used to watch a lot of like Ahmed Aldori tutorials and Cynic's tutorials and try and pick up as much as I could from those tutorials, and it was really fun, learning, improving. But at some point it did actually fall into the point of comparison and striving. And so what initially started off as fun, as something that was not easy to do, but easier to do because you actually have the enjoyment of what you do, it became something that I felt like I had to push through and strive through. And this became even more prevalent when I got into my final year, when we started looking at portfolios and studios and trying to tailor your work to look like a different studio. I would strive, I would push, I would say, my work's not good enough. I'd really be down on myself about my work. I can definitely say that none of that actually helped. Probably, I don't think I actually enjoyed art at that point. And it was definitely a difficult time to get through. Like, I didn't want to see my family because I felt like, I have to improve. And if I don't improve, then I'm not going to be able to earn. I'm not going to be able to get hired. But that was definitely a mindset thing that prevented me from enjoying art for quite a while. I think for us as artists, it's important to actually keep the enjoyment in doing art. So acknowledge that you want to improve, but don't push yourself so hard to the point where it becomes about striving, because you need to work alongside yourself to improve. You need to have a good relationship with you to actually maintain the enjoyment of art. And it's more just a thought in retrospect, especially after the period of time that I've been going through. So in terms of like mindset shifts and things that I think us as artists can definitely start to say, so that we're not so hard on our art. One thing that you could say is like, my art isn't where I want it to be, and that's okay. It will improve over time. And I think the longer you've been an artist, the more that you're actually going to have a better perspective on this. I mean, if you've lost perspective on this, then go back to your work from 2 years ago and compare your work from 2 years ago and compare it to the work that you do today. And I think that you'll actually see that there is improvement. But we can't have some super short-sighted view of improvement to improve at art, because it takes time to grasp concepts, it takes time to grasp knowledge and get things in our head. And I've often found that there have been many times where actually all I needed to grasp like a concept like underpainting, or to grasp a concept like an anatomy, whether it's like hands or arms or the muscles, was actually just to go to sleep. To go to sleep on it for a few days so I can actually process the knowledge that I'm taking in, and then come back to it with like a fresh mind. And it's not just sleep that can renew your mind. If you're an artist that works really, really hard and secludes themselves in their room, then actually maybe something that would help is having some social interaction. So if you're at uni, it might be talking to roommates. If you're at home, maybe it's talking to family. Or even just putting yourself out there. Join a club, join a society, have like a hobby or an activity that gets you out, so that you can be amongst people, talk to people, and recognize that you're human as well. Like, you're not a machine that just creates art all the time. And there are more things in life than just art. And so I definitely urge you to make sure you have the right amount of sleep, the right amount of social rest, whether it's interacting with more people or interacting with less people. If you interact with people all the time when you're doing your art. There are other things, so like having the right amount of water, the 5 a day, making sure you're eating. Don't skip meals because you get too invested in art. I've definitely done that at some point. But yeah, what I'm urging you to do is to actually make sure in and amongst your art journey that you're taking a step back and observing whether you're getting the right amount of rest. And rest isn't just sleeping. Social rest, mental rest, rest from screens, time out in nature, time speaking to people. Yeah, make sure you're getting the right amount of rest, because actually once you can improve your relationship with yourself and also the way that you speak about your art, so yeah, my art isn't here but it will get there eventually, you're going to start improving, and improving in a natural way that doesn't feel stress induced or stressful. Oh, and just as a quick sales pitch, the finished artwork is available as a print on my Inprint store, so go and check that out if you're interested. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like weekly videos like this. Hopefully there are some nuggets that you can take from this, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Either it will be a rendering tutorial, or if I find that it's too hard to explain without doing a value tutorial, it might be doing a tutorial on values first and then rendering, and then we'll come back to doing the feet, because I figured it would be nice to do something fun as a treat for you guys. So that's the video today. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, see you in the next one.